Well, a short time ago, Donald Trump released a long list of official presidential pardons for 73 Americans. We'll find out who's on the list in a second. But it came at the end of a day which saw both Trump and President-elect Joe Biden say their goodbyes in their own particular neck of the woods. Meanwhile, the whole of America is holding its breath and hoping for a peaceful day on the eve of Biden's inauguration. Let's go live now to our Washington D.C. correspondent, Annelise Nielsen. Annelise, good morning. Your time, of course. Who's on the list?
Well, it is a very big list, over 140, not quite as many as Bill Clinton managed to sneak in at the end of his presidency, which added up to about 170 pardons and commutations, which is another option for any president to commute the sentence of someone that they want to grant some kind of relief to. But this time around, the big names really are Steve Bannon and Elliot Broidy. Now, these are two longtime allies of President Donald Trump who have helped in fundraising and face charges in their own right for corruption. Steve Bannon, of course, was about the fundraising for the border wall of Mexico. So this is where we're going to see a lot of speculation about potentially seeing President Donald Trump maybe making a run again, because he's short on allies at the moment, that's for sure, leaving Washington D.C. He's holding his own ceremony as he leaves, and there's reporting that even the guest list for that event was hard to shore up. So this is a time when he's going to be looking for those people who helped him out in 2016, could potentially help him again. So
a rapper also got pardoned, but the Tiger King did not.
I have to admit, I'm probably one of the only people that hasn't actually watched Tiger King, but this was a story that gripped the US and the world at the beginning of the pandemic. This documentary hit on Netflix that just seemed to capture so many people's interest, and the star of it was put into prison for an alleged hit that was put out on someone else. I have to say, I'm not too across the details, but he was so confident of his release, he and his supporters, that they had a limo waiting outside the prison for him, where he's being held in Texas, ready to take him for his first fast food meal. But unfortunately, he's just going to have to wait that much longer because he wasn't on the list. But there's still time. That's up until midday tomorrow that President Trump can still make those pardons and potentially pardon himself, although that's looking very unlikely at this point.
Yeah, the president said a goodbye of sorts today. I want to play the clip now, and I'd like to get your feeling about what he meant with one particular thing he said. Here's Donald Trump.
I fought for you. I fought for your family. I fought for our country. Above all, I fought for America and all it stands for, and that is safe, strong, proud, and free. Now, as I prepare to hand power over to a new administration at noon on Wednesday, I want you to know that the movement we started is only just beginning. There's never been anything like it. The belief that a nation must serve its citizens will not dwindle.
The movement has only just started. What are the permutations and computations associated with that from the pundits today?
Well, it really depends where you fall down the political spectrum. What we've heard from Democrat supporters, those who aren't fans of Donald Trump, they're concerned that he's going to continue instigating against the government after that inciting of the insurrection week before last now, just a fortnight before the inauguration. That's the concern on that side. For his supporters, they see it as support for that more populist movement, that idea that they were being ignored before and then they're not going to be now, because they are going to continue that. And you have to remember, this is a time when Joe Biden won fair and square, but Donald Trump did very well as well. He did over 74 million votes, and you cannot ignore that. This is a country divided, and that was Donald Trump's way of, I believe, saying that he still sees those people. He's going to be a vocal supporter of them, and again, I think we can't rule out that he might try and have a tilt at running in 2024 if he's not precluded. It would take a specific vote after the impeachment was found against him in the Senate, and even that's going to be a very high bar. There need to be 17 people crossing against the president from the Republican side. So
we even saw
trying to rule
Biden,
him out from running again will be a tough fight.
Yes, we even saw Joe Biden wish farewell to Delaware. Here's what he had to say.
You know, it's kind of emotional for me. But look, you're with me my whole career. and through the good times and the bad. And I want to thank you for everything. To my fellow Delawareans, on behalf of the entire Biden family that's here today, I want to express how much you mean to me and to every one of us. You know, in our family, the values we share, the character we strive for, the way we view the world, it all comes from home. It all comes from Delaware.
So, Annelise, what is Washington going to look like? Something out of another part of the world with 25,000 National Guard troops in the city. It'll be quite incredible.
It's already so locked down and the streets are dead. Most small businesses have decided to shut over these few days. They can't get the business to justify being open, and this is after what's been a pretty depressing few months with windows boarded up because of the rioting that we've seen over the last year and, of course, the pandemic hitting as well. So the streets of Washington D.C. really start to look like something out of a movie. You have all the bus stops filled with the posters from the FBI too, with faces of people who raided the Capitol building on January 6th trying to track them down, and there are just groups of guards everywhere. Even leaving the National Mall this evening, we saw just troops en masse walking in circles around the National Mall. It is locked down like it's really never been before.
How close can the public get? Not close.
Not close at all. I would say even to get a glimpse of the National Mall would be pretty impossible tomorrow if you're not a member of the public. If you are a member of the public, and even if you live in those areas around the locked down area, it is so far away. And they're saying to just not even try. There's really going to be nothing to see. They're putting everything virtually. Even the normal inauguration parade is going to be just a short military demonstration, a few blocks. One of the biggest things to watch tomorrow will be the visit to Arlington National Cemetery, where Joe Biden, along with all the living former vice presidents, bar Jimmy Carter, who's now 96, will lay a wreath for the soldiers who've passed away in service of America. And that's going to be the big show of unity, because this is a time when the US is really divided. They want to have that imagery of having George W. Bush alongside Barack Obama, alongside Bill Clinton, and alongside President-elect Joe Biden.
Annelise, Nielsen, history in the making. We'll watch it all and talk with you again this time tomorrow night. Thank you for that.
Thank you.